Hello and welcome to Chart of the Day Cafe for Thursday, May 11th, 2017. Just want to read our disclaimer quickly. Trading stocks is a high level of risk and viewers should complete their own due diligence on any stock or underlying that they intend to own. 100% of the content of this video and communique is intended for journalistic and educational purposes only. This video and all indicators, strategies, and articles herein should not be construed as investment advice, not making any recommendations, always for your further homework. Hello, and hope you've had a great week so far. It is Thursday, so it's video day. As a reminder, these videos go out every Tuesday and Thursday morning. And we always start our videos off with a look at the Russell Index. We use the Russell as our simple proxy for the markets overall. We always want to make sure that before we put a new name forward for our watch list, we're putting it forward in a rising market environment. And for that, we use the Russell as our proxy. We always step back to take a look at it on the 5-year monthly time frame, and we're using the IWM, which is the ETF that represents the Russell 2000, and we've been paying particular attention to this wedge pattern that is shaping up here in this area. So this light blue line represents more long-term support, but this is the area that's of interest to us these days. It's May 11th, and this is how the candle for the month of May is shaping up so far. The reason we have this black trend line drawn in here is because the Russell starts to get a little wonky when it gets into that area and the wicks start to appear. So it seems challenged to get through, but to continue the uptrend, it's going to have to get through this black line. So we're keeping an eye and just framing price a little bit for ourselves as a reference point in this area. So I'm going to move it away from the monthly to the 1-year weekly. Same orange line, same black line. You can see several weeks ago, as we were talking about in our Tuesday video, it kissed the line and backed away. This was last week's candle, and this is the candle shaping up so far for this week. So we started to see a little bit of positive price action coming into the Russell yesterday. You note this is our 8-day EMA. The blue line is the 8-day EMA. This is the weekly EMA. I'm going to move it away from the weekly chart to the 3-month so you can see. There we go. So it consolidated here for a number of days, but yesterday we had that positive price action and a close above the 8-day EMA. So I'm filming this at about 8 o'clock on Thursday morning. The futures look to be getting off to a red start to the day. So it might struggle a little bit. Going to be interesting to see if we can get a little bit of momentum and follow through on yesterday's candle and a lift here. But since price is up and over the 8-day EMA on the Russell and it's overall in an uptrend, we're going to add a new name to our watch list today, and I'll be profiling that next. And so that chart we're putting forward for our watch list today is Thor Industries, ticker symbol THO. Before I get into the chart though, let me tell you a little bit more about this company. Thor Industries was incorporated in 1980. They manufacture and sell recreational vehicles. They're one of the dominant players in that field. Big company. They sell into the United States and Canada. You know what, Chart of the Day Cafe? If you know me, you know my process is super rigorous. To make it as a Chart of the Day Cafe featured chart pick, boy, oh boy, does it ever have to qualify on multiple levels. The main thing I'm looking for, though, is value and growth. So Thor Industries currently has a tremendous value score. Sometimes I say great. This one has a tremendous value score. Second thing I look for is growth, and Thor Industries currently has a forecasted earnings growth rate going forward of 22%. Third thing I look for, it's not a must like value and growth, is a dividend yield. So sometimes I feature charts that don't have a dividend, but in this case it's there. Thor Industries has a current dividend yield of 1.40%. The PE right now is 14.09. So with that, let's get into the chart. We're looking at the 5-year monthly chart. What I want you to note overall is the uptrend. Overall uptrend, but here's what I want you to see. 2014, 2015, it trades sideways. It's just consolidating here through a whole 2 and a bit years. So in 2016, it breaks out of that consolidation range and oh my gosh, look at the giddy up on this chart. It accelerates with this candle right here. This is the important candle. So that's accelerated excitement about the company and the chart. It reaches a high and then it came back to retrace, but it retraced through about 50% of this candle. I see this all the time. Here is the candle for the month of April. Here's the candle for the month of May. So note the candle for the month of April, which brings us into the retracement of this candle and the defense of price in this area. So volume starts to pick up. The candle starts to get a little bit more of a bullish look to it, suggesting perhaps the selling is over. So here's where we're interested, right in here. Is the selling over? We will see. Nobody knows, I don't know, but we're trying to pick the best possible charts we can, the ones that are loaded with value, growth, and potential. So I'm going to move it away from the 5-year monthly to the 2-year weekly. Let's go 2-year weekly. So there you go. Look at the giddy up and the volume come in on this chart. So these are the weekly candles. Look at the area that we're in right here, right now. So it had a test here. It came in, and now it looks as though, should we get some strength coming into this market, with those scores, I wouldn't be too surprised to see Thor Industries lift here, and I love the nice tight range. So this is what I look for, this kind of a setup. I'm going to move it away from the weekly now to the 6-month daily. So we had a gap here, all that excitement came in, it gapped higher. It's come in now to fill the gap. It made a low, it came up, retraced a little bit, and it made a higher low. So price started to pick up yesterday. I'm going to zoom it in a little bit here, 3-month. This is our 8-day EMA. This is what we use as our guide. When price is up and over the 8-day EMA, we are interested. When it falls below, we are not. That's just my rules and way of doing things at Chart of the Day Cafe. I know everyone has their own way of doing things, and I'm not suggesting you do it this way. It's just the way I look at things. So up and over the blue, interested. So it looks as though it's starting to get that lift here now. It does not quite, we talked about the 3 and 8. Just to make it super simple, the pink is the 3 EMA. When the pink crosses over the blue and price lifts, that's our trigger. It hasn't quite got that cross yet, but it may get it in the next few days. That's why it's going onto our watch list today, so that we have the heads up and are looking for that positive price action. Having said that, the futures look to be getting off to a little bit of a red start, so still a time to be careful. But if you're rules driven and you're looking for the best of the best, I think Thor Industries is a stock to keep an eye on here. We also like to take a look at the sector that our new watch list pick is in, and for that we're looking at the consumer discretionary ETF, because Thor Industries falls into that category. It's XLY. We're looking at it on the 5-year monthly chart. Beautiful uptrend. You can see, kind of like Thor Industries, it consolidated through 15, 16, broke out, and is trending higher. So the sector it's in is also in an uptrend. We also like to take a look at FinViz. I want to see if it's got analyst support, and oh my gosh, Thor Industries has a ton. You can go take a look at FinViz yourself, but look at all these recent upgrades. February 17, neutral to outperform, accumulate buy, like to see that. And then there are lots of good articles here, top picks for investing in Trump's America. The one that I'm flagging for you though is this one here by thestreet.com. I'm going to pull it up right now and I'll include it with the show notes for today's video. What he points out, and a lot of people are missing, I think, is that Thor Industries had, he's saying investors might not be picking up on this. They failed to focus on the 63% year-over-year revenue increase for the quarter. Oh my gosh, that's a good thing. So again, I say, I'm not guaranteeing that it's going higher, but if the market continues to go higher here, why would it not pick up a stock like Thor Industries with those scores and this potential? So that's what I'm getting at. Worth keeping an eye on for sure. And so to summarize, let's go back and check the boxes for Thor Industries. We started our video today with a look at the Russell Index, which we use as our proxy for the market overall, and we can see that the Russell is in an uptrend on the 5-year chart and currently has price up and over the 8-day EMA on the daily chart. We looked at the sector that Thor Industries is in, consumer discretionary, and we can see that it's in an uptrend on the 5-year chart. We looked at the chart for Thor Industries, overall uptrend on the 5-year chart, and at an area of possible support and lift, emphasis on possible. These two are highlighted because they're absolute must for me at Chart of the Day Cafe. Excellent value score on Thor Industries, excellent growth score with a forecasted earnings growth rate of 22% going forward. Dividend yield of 1.40%. I don't have this box checked because it currently does not have a 3 and 8 EMA cross, but it is oh so close. I don't have this one checked because I could not find a seasonal chart for Thor Industries, but we did look at FinViz. It's got a lot of analyst support, so we've got that checked. Current PE is 14.09, and it looks as though earnings will be on June 5th. As a reminder, these Chart of the Day Cafe videos go out every Tuesday and Thursday morning. If you enjoy getting them, I would encourage you to subscribe to our channel by hitting the red subscribe button. I'd love to see our viewership go up. I want you to know that I screen, vet, and curate only the best information, hopefully saving you time and building on your success one chart at a time. Thanks everybody and have a great weekend.